So at the end of this week, I'm going to be embarking on some more international travel, and as such, I was trying to figure out something that I could do that would be a lot of fun before I left. And I've settled on, for Legends anyway, doing Singleton Week. This is going to be Monday through Friday, 5 days of playing Singleton. Different deck each day. Today we're going to start with Sorcerer. We can see the list up on the screen. I know my avatar is covering a little bit there in the bottom, so if you're kind of curious what these are, I'll do this, so if you want you can pause and kind of take a look at the list, and then I'll also scroll down so you can see the rest. And the ones that are hiding are Ward Crafter, Windkeep Spellsword, Crushing Blow, Daggerfall Mage, and Dark Guardian. Now that we have deck codes, I will also put the deck codes in the description. I know that on mobile sometimes you struggle with being able to copy the deck codes. For that, I'm sorry. What I'll try to do is also, if I get the opportunity to, when I'm traveling, I'll see if I can try to post the deck codes as a comment, but I make no promises there, unfortunately. Maybe somebody else will be kind enough to just do that for me, because I will be traveling and I don't know what kind of access to internet I'm going to have. So anyway, today is Sorcerer, and we're going to treat these very similar to the deck testing videos, where I'm going to play a couple of games and we're going to show things off, win or lose. I am going to play these on the ladder. So it's going to be against potentially real decks that will just stomp us, but we're going to have a lot of fun doing it either way. And I think I'm ranked 3 right now. I haven't been hardcore grinding because I've had a lot going on, but I've been playing on mobile enough to have pushed into the tower. So not quite legend yet. I mean, we are only 6 days into the month too, but usually around the 5th or the 6th is when I'm hitting legend traditionally. Now, it does appear that I am rank 3, and it also appears we're running into a warrior opponent right out of the gate. Now, the good thing about Sorcerer is that even if you are only running one of each of your good 2-drops, you still have a lot of good 2-drops. Thankfully, Endurance has some really good stuff, as does Intelligence has your staples, your Harpies, your Ward Crafters. A little bit of a lag there. Might be because I have a million things running as I try to film this, and I'm being naughty. Or it says I'm waiting for my opponent to reconnect. Very, very interesting. I hope that that is legitimately my opponent and not me waiting to reconnect. Perhaps I will go ahead and do a quick test run over here. No, I am still connected to the internet. Okay, so poor Farah Ignis here saw the incoming might, saw the power of Singleton Sorcerer, and trembled before it and decided, I do not want to play against this opponent. And then they ripped the cord from the wall, got up, left the house. Oh, it went away. Perhaps Farah Ignis has returned. Maybe they needed to get up and stretch their legs to get combat ready here. Alright. They have returned. So, this is a Singleton deck, and we have a lot of decent early game, but this is not mid-range Sorcerer. So, trying to rush out some of these plays does not feel correct. There's a lot of late game cards here, so using these to be reactive, reactionary, and make good quality trades, I think, is more important. That's why I did not use the ring to rush either of them out. Seeing this and Warrior tells me this is likely an aggressive Warrior. It could be maybe like Doomcrag that also runs Vanguard. It's not unheard of, but wow, interesting.
Wrong place for a midnight stroll.
Could have played this as well, but we are going to use one ring charge here because I want to pickpocket and get some more information about this deck. And this tells me that it does look more likely to be Doomcrag. Okay. That is interesting. That is not something that I was expecting here. Alright, so that's a good pickup for us in terms of like trying to stabilize later. We're gonna go ahead and do this, and I guess get them on the cusp. Let's pretend like we're going to be aggressive. It's going to be an interesting decision as far as like how I need to navigate this. All right, so they're going to have a clan sorcerer incoming here, guaranteed.
My bow is ready.
Sharpshooter, and then trade. And that's a bit of a bummer because we were trying to set up our own sorcerer with the plays that I had taken the last turn. So it is a bit of a bummer.
Just let me pick your pocket.
I also don't have enough to trigger my own sorcerer here at the moment, which makes me a bit sad. Because we can make this trade and then we could say lightning bolt this. But I do not have enough magicka to do this. Leaving this around gives them even more opportunities to trigger their own. So all around, kind of in an uncomfortable position.
Let me pick your pocket.
We're gonna go ahead and do that, I suppose. Yeah, I clearly don't have a lot of experience navigating Singleton decks. When I do play them, I typically play them as like a control variant, and that's where I'm at the moment. But navigating them against something like Doomcrag is puzzling to me. Like, clearly we have big threats, but this style of warrior has a lot of options, a lot of card draw. I suspect that the best course of action is to be aggressive, or is try to set up potential aggression so that we can maybe make them burn or discard cards that they would not want to get rid of.
I smell the stench of the living.
We're making that pretty difficult, though. We have a lot of really good late-game bombs in our hand already. Yes, I was running Nakreen just for the giggles, but we also have a Blood Magic Lord, Laneth, Odiving. There's a lot going on there.
Let me take out the rubbish.
I actually think we're going to get rid of the thing that would potentially gain them health. And we'll go ahead and develop this. We're going to use a ring charge next turn. I don't know on what yet. Probably Laneth. Likely to set up a siege of Stros Makai. The good news is we haven't really tipped our hand very much. Other than Pickpocket, everything else is pretty standard fare for a sorcerer deck. So Laneth into siege might actually catch them by surprise. Alright, so there's the Doomcrag.
Nords must take back Sky.
There is the Doomcrag.
You will feed my tongue. I don't know it all, but I'm pretty close.
And yeah, we'll go fetch our siege. Now, the shame here is we would really like to play siege while we had Thorana on the board, but like waiting around for that feels maybe incorrect. I don't know. There's a chance we don't just slam this down next turn. We might do things like Nakreen or Blood Magic Lord or things in that realm and then try to wait till we can Thorana and then siege.
We must protect our stronghold.
Yep.
I can take you.
I think this has to just go to the hand. There's nothing there that we want to Firestorm, sadly. So we have yet another decision to make because they just put a lot of stuff on the board. Now, we can nuke a lot of it, potentially, with a Odiving, but we are still... If I save the ring charge, still 2 turns away from that. So at this point, we would want to either develop Blood Magic Lord or Nakreen and maybe hope for some ramp. The other option is we could like mummify the Doomcrag and then Firestorm here, mummify Firestorm there. I think that this Nakreen is likely our best play. Well, we will certainly take this Galen, and I think that Mordecai is our best option, just in terms of trying to keep us alive in the long term. Mordecai is a very strong, powerful play for us. And I think our opponent is now maybe catching on that we're not a traditional sorcerer.
We obey.
Alright. They traded for us. I was a little bit worried about potential issues there, but interesting. And we already picked up a Mordecai. So in this instance, we're probably gonna trade, and I'm looking at maybe mummify. And then setting up something. I just don't know what. We're gonna do this either way. We gotta get rid of the Doomcrag. We could just play a Mordecai. The Necromancer, the only thing really of value in there at the moment would be like Rift and Pickpocket, which is a cheeky play. But I think this ends up being correct. Get some health back. Get another rune.
Praise to Namira, whose fears the ancient darkness.
And then it opens up a lot of lines of play for us going forward.
We draw power from their blood.
Time to fight.
Alright, so that's a... Darker Birth is cheeky for us. Let's go ahead with a Firestorm. Because we don't want them to easily trigger this. Let's go with a Defiler.
Using it. That's the key.
We could use the Dark Rebirth to heal the Mordecai and stick it in the Shadow Lane. I like saving Dark Rebirth for things like Odahviing, but we do also still have like a Night to Remember still in the list, so let's do this. And we have a lot of really big, powerful plays, so we just need to properly navigate this going forward, while also pressuring them.
You will feed
Now that they have a
clan.
shrine online, they do have the ability to kind of go ham. And that's the second Doomcrag.
I smell the stench of the living.
Alright, that's fun. So we could play yet another Mordecai, heal, and do the things. I really like Blood Magic Lord to see what we get though, and then maybe a Reverberating Strike here.
Witness the power of Undeath.
They kind of found all of the tools they needed early on, so... the Shrine is a great engine, and obviously this keeps their health total aloft. I'm not sure that we have the ability to outvalue them long term. but we're gonna try.
Time to fight. Time to fight.
So they're doing that because they want to again draw.
Hallows, tires of all to eat.
I think
I
I still want another. These corpse curses are doing me no favors.
You must prove your mastery, mortal.
No favors. Most of the things that are gonna play has charge, so the curses sadly are the worst possible outcome for my blood magic spell. Meanwhile, we still don't know which one they got from their first sorcerer, so they might be sitting on a drain life. Just something that we need to keep in mind. Hey, there's the drain life.
My arrows shall fly true.
Are they just gonna try to?
Do this.
They're just gonna try to erase me? That's adorable.
Attack.
That's adorable.
Go, Dorshon.
Takes him down to 27. That takes him down to 21. Let's go ahead and heal. I like healing. I don't know about you, but I like it. And then let's go ahead and heal. And I don't know about you guys, but I like healing.
What could be better?
Alright, so we got a lot of resources, got most of our health back, and we have thankfully starved our opponent pretty well while developing a board. So we should be in a good... Unless this is another Doomcrag plus Skaven combo, we should be in a good position to bring a lot of pain this next turn.
My fight is done.
And there we have it. It turns out if you just play Mordecai enough, your opponent will concede. And we get 3 win rewards. We get a quest done. All around good times on Singleton Sorcerer. Let's go ahead and play game number 2. See how this goes. It will likely not go as well as that did. I'm not sure if, like, ultra long term, we can outgrind a Doomcrag deck with a deck like this. We have a lot of really big, powerful plays. But I'm not sure if long-term post-journey, like if they would have cycled through their entire deck really fast and journeyed, I don't think we can keep up. Because there is no journey in my list. Alright, I don't think we keep these. I like the idea of keeping the Galen, because that gives us a lot of flexibility in a Singleton deck. Got another early game card. I mean, obviously we saw the power of Galen helping us out that last game. Now we are up against Daggett with the ring. This is likely some sort of mid-rangey Daggett. Oh, we do potentially have the future meme dream set up, where if this survives for a turn and you can slap a Staff of Sparks on it.
Face me, you
The Nords must take back Sky.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead with this.
We can't anticipate.
Keep the masterwork.
Face me, you dog.
Alright. Once they saw this in the Darker Birth go, they know we're not traditional sorcerers, so they're going, okay. Something is up.
So
I'd love to get this masterwork down, but this is basically a trade. Like if they don't have a lightning bolt or removal for this, there's no way they want to let me ramp, I don't think, so. I mean, that's one way to do it.
We obey.
It's one way to punch me in the face.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Alright, so on a turn like this, I think we need to develop this because we'll want to play something for 6 the next turn. Picking up Mordecai was very nice. And now our choices are Galen or this, but we have nothing that this is going into yet. So it's going to be the Galen, and then we want to decide what to put it on. And I think, just like last game,
Sofa Sills people alive.
our good buddy here makes the most sense. And we will try to ride some guards and some life gain to victory.
We obey.
By the light of two moons.
Alright. That is troubling. Troubling to say the least. Staff of Sparks actually allows us to get rid of everything but this. Because we could Firebolt their staff and trade into this. We really don't want to put a Nahagleave in front of this. That feels like a bad time. Just also, I'm not really a huge fan of taking a minimum of 7, but we would have Mordecai the following turn. But then this is still alive in that instance. So like we would play Mordecai, but then we would still need to draw or come up with a way to trade into this. So this is a bit of a conundrum.
Repel
I think that the correct play path is actually getting Mordecai out and then using the Firebolt here for now. Because then that gives us an opportunity to maybe trade here.
Out upon it.
Thorana could be cheeky fun, potentially.
Kneel before the 6th house.
Alright.
Tawaka watches over me.
Doppelganger was a great pickup for us here.
Steal from folks who ain't using it. That's the key.
Alright, we're gonna go that route. And then hope that they don't have enough reach to kill us or removal for the Defiler. Defiler bringing back yet another Mordecai would help a lot. Dragon Mask would help a lot.
Gall and pox.
So we still have some tools to work with. Good old Mordecai kind of helping us stay alive as best as he can. Bit of an MVP. Bit of an MVP. We're going up to 8.
I have many important
God.
things on my mind.
And they hit the Defiler. Okay. Okay. So we likely need to trade with this because then that opens up some additional plays for us. And we do have Dragon Mask for healing, but that is something that costs 5. Whereas Soul Tear into Mordecai is still 6. Technically this makes this actually cost 1 though and not 2. So if we heal, we go back up to 10, and a Mummify takes them down to only having 9 on the board. That's still really not good enough now, is it? There is an awful lot of stuff that we need to have happen here, but
I'll learn the spell yet.
This is sadly the best that we got. We just have to hope they don't have 1 damage. Too many 5/5s. It's actually kind of amazing how important the Shadow Shift was. And they have the 1 damage. Alright. We did our best. Mordecai's still showing up very, very strong in all of those games. Too many 5/5s or 7/5s for us to win a second game on Sorcerer, but still a lot of fun. And I look forward to playing the other decks in the videos to come. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and until next time, may you walk on warm sands.